All right, and you are live, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is another Cullen on Film episode. We've done a couple so far. Ming was our first guest. How you doing, Ming?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And he's joining us here today with you guys. We have right now the advisory club, basically cast and crew, right?
Yeah.
The director,
like half, but
more people come on. That's fine. Just something new. So you guys, I had a couple shows out there that I put out, and now you guys get to be part of it. So I thought it was a pretty cool opportunity. So why don't we start with you, Yazemin, and talk about how you came up with the advisory club. You wrote it, you directed it, you put it all together. You want to start that at all?
Oh yeah, totally. So advisory club, obviously, it's pretty much based off of the Breakfast Club. I wanted to create pretty much a mock of it, but with our high school version of what the cast would be like. So there's a little bit of different characters that you will see. Instead of the really nerdy kid, we have for example, we have the really try-hard smart kid, and then we also have the band kid. And we kind of switched up, the stereotypes. For example, we have a jock played by a female and such. So we really want to play around with it. So yeah, I think that's what convinced me to create it. And it was my first time ever hosting auditions. And here is the amazing cast. Well, part of the amazing cast that I was able to get for the film. So that's pretty cool.
Why don't we go around first? We'll start with Josh, and you can talk about your casting experience, how you got involved with it, your audition, and how you got the part, and what was your part? Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it was an interesting audition. It was pretty good. Yazemin pulled it off really well. I had gone in with just seemingly no impression. I didn't know what was going to happen, if anything was going to turn up about it. But yeah, it was pretty good. So my part, I was kind of I was this kind of like a hipster-ish kid, but more of someone who's trying too hard to be a hipster. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty fun experience.
Did Ming die?
Sorry.
Hello.
There. Oh, we're on Josh right now, and then
Where'd Ming go?
Oh, he disappeared. He can get out if he wants, but there's only 6 people out here at a time, so we can do that. If he has any questions, he can pop his head in.
Okay.
So, Max, what about you, Max, and your character?
Me? I played what you would call the guy. There's not much unique stuff about my character, unfortunately, other than the fact that I fought John.
Well, yeah, so you were the one that got into the fight, the big fight.
I had anger issues.
How was filming the fight scene?
The fight, that was great.
The
fight was beautiful because Yazemin thought that nobody would interrupt and that everything would go wrong, and nothing would go wrong because Yazemin is just such a great filmmaker. And then suddenly we have all the kids, like the cat, like the seagulls in Nemo, going fight, and suddenly
World Star
out of the doors, terrified there's a fight going on, and I almost got tackled.
Allie, what about your character? I know you got to curse in the film.
Yes, I did. I really, really liked it. I'm not usually in any kind of productions or anything, but I know Yaz through school, and I was just kind of interested in it, and she did really great with all the casting and everything and filming. So it was great kind of being on screen with all these really talented people. Although it was my first, kind of short film. So it was a great experience.
And we had Dharma pop in here. So Dharma, what?
So I was the female version of Josh's character, I guess, but a little bit more it was that I don't know, artsy, a little bit stuck up kind of character. And I really liked doing it. I've never done anything with short films or anything like that. I do on stage acting, so I thought it would be really cool. And Yazemin introduced us with a really cool opportunity to be able to do this with a really great cast. So
if you guys look below, we have the website that it's playing on right now. People can click on and watch our whole film festival. So it's down there. It's about 25 minutes in. So if anyone's watching or listening or later, you can go about 25 minutes in to watch the film. So it's out there in the public for everybody right now.
Okay.
A lot of good feedback from it as well. You can also vote. So you guys right now, I don't have it in front of me, but there are a lot of people voting. We probably got about 100 different people that voted already. And a lot of you are in the running. So just to let you know. So,
Because I have 3 films in there.
which film? We'll get to your films. We'll get to your films. After we talk about this one, I guess. So, Yazemin, do you have any other ideas or anything that you any of you guys, as you're at home, working online, doing all this stuff, have you come up with anything creative since you're all like kind of sort of in the arts and things like that?
Advisory club too.
Anything special that you've written or you're filming or thinking of, or when we get out of this?
Yeah, so actually, literally right before this all happened and we went to quarantine, I actually wrote 2 scripts, and I was going to film it literally a week after writing it. I even had someone for casting ready, and then this happened. So those 2 are delayed because it requires, being at school. So now we'll see if those skits ever come true. But the 3 films that I'm working on actually now, they're very like simple. I wouldn't even call it a short film. I call them like little video projects. The first one is going to be like pretty much for like dedicated to Earth Day. I have to make it for an environmental club, and it's just I'm going to use all the footage or most of the footage I got last summer in Turkey. So one of those cinematic kind of based videos. The second project is actually going to be what it's like to be in quarantine as a student for a day. That's actually for my Western Civ class, but I'll be using it, for more.
There's a lot of film festivals you can put it in there.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the third video project is for my Spanish class, but I'm gonna make it a little bit fancier. We have to cook a Hispanic dish, but Food Network style. So I'm gonna try to make it like a
Yazemin is lagging.
project, nothing crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I do a lot of like one-person films, or you could do like experimental films at this point, or something like that. That's really kind of what we got to do right now. It's kind of tough. So that's why I started doing this. I thought, hey, this would be a great idea. And a lot of actors and filmmakers are home right now doing nothing. So they're like, yeah, we'll come on, or we'll send the video. That gives me actually, so Max, you have the Star Wars film, and I put it out there. I know you were going to finish it, but getting great feedback on the Star Wars film anyway. And it says to be continued at the end of it. And did you see the little opening? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I saw the guy on Star Wars Rebels, which I never watched, but I still liked it.
That's who I could get. So trying to get someone, like someone from the films, but I was unable to do that. So, but I thought it was a cool thing. So we had a guy from Star Wars Rebels who does a voice to intro this film. So I also tried to. I didn't hear anything back, but Anthony Michael Hall, who in the Breakfast Club, I tried to get him to introduce the Advisory Club. Now that would have been really cool.
That would have been
That
cool.
is cool. Yeah.
But I was unable to do that. Maybe in the future I could do that, because I did email him. So we'll see if anyone ever responds. We're getting like random responses every so often. So we'll see. Anything else? Does anyone want to talk about the film? About anything else that you experienced on set, or after watching it for the first time? How do you feel about it?
Well, I will say for the
Did you screen it anywhere
Oh,
for everyone?
I'm sorry, you cut off. I didn't hear that question. What happened?
Did you screen it before we showed it anywhere?
No, I think it was. Yeah, no, I think it was just when like it first aired, pretty much when you put it out there. But I had it on my like YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I will say that like the group, like in general, everyone got along like right away.
Yeah.
It was my first time ever like doing a line read, and even at the line read I knew right then and there like this is my cast, because like even like the little tiny moments, like at one point we were at the library for this, and the light was like motion censored, went out, but everyone in sync just clapped like without even talking, and I was like, all right, so they all on the same mindset, we're good to go, like this is a cast. And then the day we filmed, which was we were like, it was early in the morning, and we just like banana, like we these like inside jokes going on, and like even though that we were all joking around, we were still able to like film everything on time, which was pretty cool. It was like a 1-day shoot, call it a day, and then any of the other like off scenes that like edit out, like for example Max's fight scene with Dharma and Joshua watching, and then Allie when she was getting dropped off at school and deserted, like those are the only times that we had to film aside from the main days of the set, but everything else went pretty smoothly because like the cast, like I felt like I was living the Breakfast Club because like I honestly like we are
Saturday, right? It was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
yeah, it was on a
It was.
Saturday. It was filmed on a Saturday, so it was really cool because like everyone's from different directions, but we all were able to get along right away, and it was really cool.
Let's also not forget when I fell off the skateboard.
Yeah, he actually
Yes, I'm about to ask you something about it. If
You on a skateboard in the hallway?
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, and he fell.
yeah, and the
I
entire
was kind of like the whole like wrestling team, right? Like
It was really funny. Yeah.
there, and it was like everything. Yeah.
Was it wrestling team or track team?
Or maybe track, yeah.
they're like ooh, really quick, like,
I think that was the best moment.
You were talking before about the fight scene. When you guys were there for that, I heard that people thought it was a real fight.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't know if like you can actually pick up on the audio, but we actually had like some freshmen screaming like, "Oh my God, someone help!"
World star.
Yeah, the world
I think
star.
the best part of the fight scene was when we first filmed it, and people weren't really sure how to like yell that there's a fight. And it was kind of like a cult because everybody with synchronism would just go fight, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, literally.
Until the people that didn't really know came charging, and that's kind of so.
Whoa, Yazemin just
Yeah, it was
Robots.
crazy. yeah. Yeah, it was crazy because especially when the teachers came out, that was scary.
That was a little
Because I was like,
Yeah,
no.
shout out to Mr. Murata.
Yeah. Yeah, my anxiety was like up here. I was like, I literally like the scene where Max gets tackled by John. Like it's really quick because like the teacher started booking it, and then I was like, I didn't want to keep filming. I had to turn it off real quick and turn around and explain the whole situation. So yeah, that was a crazy day.
oh,
Julia.
Norton.
Julia, you missed. We were talking about
movie.
when you got casted in the film. Can you talk a little bit about your character and how it felt like? Well, you were part of the casting, right? Didn't you help cast as well?
Yeah. Originally, Yazemin came up with this idea back in like November, I think. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll be in it if you want. And Yazemin was like, all right, you're going to play the smart girl and we're going to make her crazy. And I'm like, all right, I'm up for a challenge. So that was fun. Kind of playing like the nerd stereotype character.
How was the scene when you went up to the teacher and yelled? How did that go over?
Oh yeah. So I had to yell at our English teacher, Miss McGowan, and I had her last year, so like I already knew her, so it was totally fine. And she got a little scared the first time that I screamed because she would not expect me to be like that because I'm really quiet in school. So it was just really funny to do that whole scene.
Now, some of you have done theater as well, and I know Dharma is there. Was around the theater. How was it transferring from theater to film? But Josh, I've seen you in films before. You did it last year, so you had world.
Yeah. The switch from theater to film. I don't know. I really like it. I think it's very interesting. I get an aspect on kind of both sides. It gives me some more knowledge being behind the camera instead of just on stage, which is pretty fun. So.
And I know, Max, you directed a lot of stuff, so you direct and act. You do both. What do you like doing better?
My favorite part of filming is actually probably editing. Just seeing everything coming together when you're finally done, when you get those perfect shots and everything just works out perfectly right in front of you and it just looks exactly how you pictured it. That's probably the best part. So editing is 100% my favorite part. I love acting as well, but I'm not the best at it, but I really love it. and camera work too. I really like. I like all of it, but I can't do all of it. But I like all of it.
Well, that's the best thing if you're going to film school, to learn everything.
Yeah, represent.
That's the way to do it. So, so is anybody thinking of doing it again, acting again, or wants to write or direct their own things?
I'm
Yeah,
making
definitely.
part
Yeah.
two. Like a,
Who wants to go first? Huh?
what?
What?
Does anybody want to, after this, to act in another film or direct or write or
Yes.
something?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was actually starting to work on one of my own films. It was a martial arts film, so it was a lot of choreographed fighting and stuff like that. But then the epidemic happened.
Yeah,
There's actually this virus going around.
If you didn't know.
Thing called like coronavirus. I don't know, man.
Wait, what's that again? I don't know what that is.
Never heard of it.
it kind of put a stop on things, but still at this time now, I think a lot of people, I was talking to a lot of actors and filmmakers recently doing this, and they're all home being very creative. They're writing music, they're writing scripts, and they're auditioning still online, just like you guys are talking right here, right now. They've been for the future movies and things like in July and August, if we get to that point, or September and onward. And all film festivals are now going online. So
Yeah.
getting into any film festivals is probably going to be online from now on.
Yeah, I've been editing throughout this whole thing with this iMac I somehow got. It's been great.
So hopefully, if I don't know if you'll get you were shooting the film, right? And you still have like a day's worth of film you have.
I have 2 days worth of filming left, but obviously I can't do that now.
Yeah, so you can either learn to edit without it somehow and put it together, or wait and just have that version that you have out that I put out there for you now. Because
it's good enough having that version out there at least as like a little thing, but
a little teaser.
I wish I could have it all put together because I already have all these other scenes edited, so I need to put them somewhere. But there's no point in having them all having these scenes edited and then no way to flow from one scene to the next.
Yazemin, was there any other extra scenes in the film that you cut out completely?
There are a lot of I wouldn't say a couple of extra scenes. I would say like a lot of bloopers. There are like a different, like for example, the fight scene. I had different like ideas and approaches of like angles because like I was the only one that was operating the camera, so I was like, so like there are a lot of like shots or like angles that I got rid of because like I don't know. I was like, all right, this is gonna get too much. It's gonna like take away from the film. Yeah, but there wasn't like anything like crazy ideas that I cut out. I would say for the most part, it was pretty standard.
Is there anyone else doing some writing or being creative?
I have like 3 scripts I've made.
Oh.
Put people on and off so we get in there, but so we didn't get to ask you. Are you doing any? Are you hoping to do more film, or are you theater better, or do you are you writing or coming up with anything during all this being creative?
I'm definitely not creative enough to write like stuff like this. I could never. But I would like to do more short films. I think it was fun. I definitely would probably stick to like on stage theater for me. I think this one, I think about it a lot, like way too much before I actually do it. But I would like to do more stuff like this and like train with it and get better at it.
What about you, Allie?
I'm kind of the same way. I'm not as involved in like writing and stuff. I would love to be a part of another film. Even though again, this is like my first time ever doing it, so I was very new to all of this. But I play like a couple of instruments, so I've been trying to work on some music and stuff. So
we're hoping. I know that we've got almost 300 views on our little film festival there, so a lot of people have seen your film, which is pretty cool.
Like numbers.
Yeah. I like
wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, all of us now are like. I feel like one of the biggest things now, since everyone in this call right now is actually seniors, and we're trying to make the most of what we can do since next year's college, and like we're majority of our end.
I don't even know that yet. It could be next year.
Yeah, majority of our senior year is now like gonna be ending with us at home. So like I'm trying to I'm keeping my hopes up when it comes to the creatives, because like I depend a lot on like the opportunity that high school provides when it comes to be able to make short films, especially with like the equipment that it comes and provides with, and all that stuff. And like for example, this cast, I would not have this cast if it wasn't for the high school. So I don't know. We're trying to make the most of it. I hope that this goes over soon and everyone comes out safe.
That's what we have to do. We got to make the most of it and kind of do things like this just to make up for that kind of stuff. But I know a lot of people in the TV film classes are being creative and doing different things, which is really cool as much as you can. So like you're editing, Max, and you're being creative, Yazemin, for our class. And Julia, what are you writing? Are you?
Some of my classwork has been a lot of creative stuff. Like I've been painting a lot and drawing, and in Dharma and I's theater ensemble class right now we have to write a musical. So like it's cool to just be able to start like getting creative writing again and have time to do fun stuff like that.
What about the musical Chicago?
I don't know what's going on. We're a little scared, but I think it'll work out.
Let's see. Hopefully, we'll get to go back and be able to do that. So,
yeah.
If you guys saw, I
hope so.
If you saw the video, I got the woman that was that's in Phantom of the Opera to say a little message to everybody. So it's out there. It's on my YouTube page or on Twitter and things like that. We were supposed to go to Phantom of the Opera, and that didn't happen. So I got her to do a little video for us. And she actually talks about, because I mentioned Chicago and all that, so she talks about that. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It was pretty cool of her to do that. So we'll see. So what are you thinking about, Yazemin, a sequel to this, an Advisory 2, if we ever get back to school?
I mean, if we get back to school, like I always said that if the reactions are great, I would definitely make a second one. But now I don't know what's gonna happen now. It depends if we get back to school. So we'll see.
I don't think we're going back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get our diplomas over a PDF and Gmail. Yeah, that's gonna go.
You guys staying put? You guys getting getting stuff done? Everyone all right?
Yeah.
My sleep schedule is getting fixed. So
Grades going up.
Yeah. That's a fact.
We had sort of a nice day today. I get out. I try to sneak out for some walks and then I run back in. That's all.
Dude, it's scary out there, man.
I do that, and then I go to 7-Eleven down the street back. And even there, you have to stand 6 feet away, and you have to like throw the money at them, just for just go and get like a soda.
I just chill with my lizard all day. It's okay. My lizard and I have become best friends.
Oh.
Okay.
We're like, okay, Max.
Why don't you make a movie about that?
I'll do it. A horror film.
I'd watch that 24 hours a day.
Oh no, nice butter girl typing.
There was someone from South just put a film together, and she did a film by herself, and she put it out there for this, and they're entering the festival. So if anyone has any ideas and films themselves doing something, you can do that.
I call myself sleeping, and that's it.
It's got to be, you can do it.
Hour-long film.
I mean, honestly, this is the most I've ever spent in my room. Like, I barely leave my room anymore unless like I'm gonna go out and have like breakfast or even dinner. But I just stay in my room because my house is way too loud.
But how's school for everybody? Has it been okay? A little crazy, a little hard, a little easy? What's the deal?
Easy for me. I get my
More work than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like teachers are assigning a lot more than they like would.
Yeah.
I get my stuff done in an hour and then I sleep.
Oh, I wish.
I really hibernate.
I'm a procrastinator, so.
Oh. I've been in hibernation for the past 3 weeks. I wake up, I do homework, and I sleep.
I've been trying to be a little creative with sending some videos, like watch this video and do these Q&As and things like that. So we'll see at fourth market period what I can come up with. I got a whole week to think of new things. So it was hard on the teachers to think of new ways to do all this stuff too. Yeah. I guess in the beginning it was a little hard. Like people were throwing so much out there, and then I realized it's a little much. So I know we all backed off quite a bit. So.
Spring break is in 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
So excited to go to the beach, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, we're going to Florida, guys.
I'm going to New York.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, go hang in the city.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing you've been doing for another 30 days.
Tickets to Puerto Rico are like $30, so like that's where I'm going.
Right when this first started, right before like we really had to stay in, like some people were still going out. Yeah, those flights for like 20.
We're still doing that, and it's spreading more. People are dumb.
Yeah.
Stay inside, please.
Wash your hands. Stay inside.
This is like when and 2 kids act up, and then the teacher punishes the whole class.
Yep. That's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, only with the government and a killer disease.
Oh my god.
The whole world right now, unfortunately. But we have to make do what we have, and hopefully, it will go. If people do stay in, it will go away faster. So.
Yeah, I was depending on spring break to like visit colleges to help me decide, and now I'm just doing virtual tours because like.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let's see what makes the most of what we got with technology.
Yeah, right now. I'm a little older, so I'm the scared one. You guys would just spread it.
Spread it?
Spread it.
Oh.
But I'm at that age where,
oh God.
You'll be good.
What are those words behind you there? Is that from a movie?
This?
Max, yes.
That's Stranger Things.
Yes, that's what I thought.
I saw the Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
It looks like it smells like it looks. I see STU, and I thought it sounds stupid behind you, and I was like, oh.
I just see the shared universe logo.
Over your head.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Shout out to a shared universe.
Right up there. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, what a plug.
And that's Ming there. He's been doing this at home, so we keep going to the studio. So we haven't been able to go into the studio at all. But this is kind of the new way to do things, right? So it's kind of fun, kind of different.
I definitely have to say, like, the late night TV shows, like, for example, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, like, them at home, it's, like, so strange. Like, just seeing them, like, having, like, not low quality, but, like, the fact that it's, like, different, like, the style and everything of the show and the layout, it's just very different. So, it's a lot of adjustment.
And Amazon is still ordering because I just ordered some Amazon stuff. So they're just dropping stuff off. You got to wash your hands though. You go outside, take up the package. You got to wash your hands.
Yeah.
I ordered some film.
Oh, yes, man.
Power wash the box.
And then like cut it off and open it. So yeah, so I got bored, so I ordered and my lighting isn't great at night, so we still have lights. So since I've been doing this, people are like, get more light on you. So I really don't have many lights in my place. So I bought the ring light. So if we ever get back to school, I'll have a ring light.
There you go.
When a girl's watching the stream, I'm scared.
Wait, I'm gonna go.
You gonna go?
No, turn on a light.
She's jumping out the window.
No.
Yazemin was.
Let her out.
My room got dark. The room got dark, so that's why I'm fixing it. There you go.
There you go. Now it looks nice.
Now we got light. Yeah, because I was depending on the lights above me. But that's gonna work out.
The first time I did this, didn't even realize I shaved right before and I had a cut right here. I was bleeding the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
So, and while we're on here, we got you got time to talk about things. Does anyone want to talk about what's going on, what you've been doing, and or anything coming up ahead that you'd like to do in the future?
Not homework.
School sucks. Can we put school sucks in the chat?
Facts.
Have you been talking to teachers like this?
Yeah. Just actually like around 2:00. We were on like a group call with my Spanish class, and we were just talking. We're just having fun talking.
Mr. Mills is gonna do something soon, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
God.
Well, when we come back, I mean, it's basically done now for me, except my students got to get their quarterlies in. I got to grade them all.
I haven't done that yet. My apologies.
It won't take long.
Don't clap.
I already did.
We're doing the same thing all across the board from north and south, so it's all this. It's the same. So we don't want to go overboard and crazy for you guys because I know how it is. But apparently, of course, after this week, you get a week off, and then we got to go back to this again. So that transition, how you think it would be okay with that transition to not do anything for like no schoolwork for the next week or so, and then going back to doing this again?
I'll just sleep.
It's definitely gonna go by real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there will be no time structure. Like I woke up this morning thinking it was Saturday, even though we had somewhat of a structure in school. And I was like, what? I have to do something. But I don't know. And then I woke up.
Yeah.
You find
Yeah.
ended up staying up a lot later than you usually would.
Yeah.
I know they had like the
I can share my screen.
maybe. So it's all new. We'll see. Anyway, you know how like a lot of things are due by midnight, and you have to put it in by there. So there was a lot of times I was up after midnight, so I was just checking people in then. So
Yeah, a lot of the kids are like, between my BCC class and my Spanish, how they was like 11:40 or like on the dot at 11:58, and I'm like, that is bold. I wish I could have that power. Do not. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Imagine
we want to let
for class. I don't think I could have handled that.
I want to get people to still vote. I'm going to go look at it and see where we're at. But on Friday, I'll kind of close that out, and I'll announce like who won, what the winners were, and then eventually if we get back to school or something, I'll have
I have to go for a second.
Yeah. What's he doing? Oh, he muted himself. He made something very important there.
Max said,
Norton.
Julie, I noticed you got some Disney stuff behind you.
Oh, actually, that's Broadway playbills.
Oh, wow.
Got a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh, theater kid.
yeah, Dharma and Julia, they're all part of our theater or drama club at school. So
A lot of plays. I was excited to go see Phantom. I haven't been to one in a long time. I go to a lot of plays in the city, but I haven't been to one for a while. But not too many musicals, so I was kind of excited for that. So, oh well, another time. Hopefully, I know all the seniors, you guys will be gone, but maybe we'll do one like early on if we're back in school. Be able to do it. So we'll.
yeah, this year, this school year actually, I was able to have, because of our Brookdale class, I was able to go to 2 Broadway shows, Dear Evan Hansen and West Side. Yeah. So that was really cool because the only other Broadway show aside from that was Aladdin, which was like in middle school. That the school had a school trip because I never get to go to like on like the Broadway stuff. But I have to say, like I give a lot of kudos to like the actors in theater because like you need to memorize everything for that duration of time. Like for me, like film, like you can keep retries and retries. Obviously, you have a budget and a time limit, but like, compared to theater, it's like all right, this is live. Here's the audience. Don't mess up. So I give a lot of kudos to like anyone who's in Broadway or just theater in general.
Yeah, we were talking to someone who knew theater and film the other night, and he was talking about how when you're in theater, you have to study every part of it. You have to know like pretty much everything that's going on at all times and be aware. Where you could just be off waiting and not caring until your scene hits, and then you go.
I know Julia was in Little Shakespeare for Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I went to see one of her shows, so that was really cool.
When were you in Shakespeare?
Okay, so Two River Theater does this program, A Little Shakespeare, where high school students can either act or work backstage in a 75-minute cut of a Shakespeare show. So this past winter, I just did 12th Night, and I was the assistant stage manager. So that was really fun.
Oh, so you were a stage manager? You didn't perform?
Mhm. No, I didn't perform.
Performing Shakespeare is really hard. If any of you have ever done it, I was talking to some of those people the other night, and I saw 12th Night at the Two River, the adult one. Anyone see that one?
Yeah.
The guy from New Kids on the Block. I went to it not knowing, and I somehow got like front row seats. I have no idea how. They just ended up. Pretty much went there, and oh my God, I was blown away by all the actors. I hadn't seen theater in a while, or Shakespeare in a while. I couldn't believe how well I understood Shakespeare during that. And they made it into like with music. They did all this music with it. And I actually went up to all of them afterwards. And there was a little Q&A after, and then I went up, shook their when we were able to shake hands still. Went up to them all and talked to them, and they had good conversations with me about theater and acting. I was like, oh, I could never do Shakespeare. I can't do it. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can. But like anyone can do it. You just got to study it and study it and study it. But it was a really cool experience. But that was the best I've ever seen ever of Shakespeare. And that was right here at Two River. So,
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That was really cool.
Yeah, Shakespeare, I like reading it. I kind of struggled like last year with Hamlet or freshman year with Romeo and Juliet. I kind of just like spark noted it because like didn't know what was going on. And then when I saw Julia's play, I didn't even know about Twelfth Night. I didn't even know that was another show by Shakespeare. So I was pretty much learning about it as the play went on, and then I went ahead afterwards and did my research, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So like, yeah, it's like that kind of.
12th Night is actually a comedy. He doesn't do too many comedies, mostly tragedies, but that's a comedy. And if you have ever seen the movie She's the Man
I love She's the Man.
and Divine,
It's a good movie.
that is based on 12th Night.
Is it really?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a man
Funny
movie.
thing is, like, I never read or saw 12th Night. As I'm watching it, I'm going, and I heard that. I heard it's sort of based, She's the Man was based on it. I'm watching it going, oh my God, I understand every word of this because I've seen She's the Man a million times. And I got it. And I was like, wow, it really does interpret. Just like I show 10 Things I Hate About You to my classes. Yeah, everyone here seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
No, I haven't.
No.
No?
Oh,
Can't take my class. That's one of my favorite movies. It was late 90s, early 2000s. A movie cast based on Taming of the Shrew. It's amazing. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. It's based on Taming of the Shrew with Shakespeare, and there's a lot of Shakespeare in the film. So if you are not doing anything right now or later, go watch 10 Things I Hate About You. It's on Disney Plus for free, I believe.
yeah, there's a lot of like movies and series out that I'm like watching now, like on Netflix. I got into Tiger King recently.
Oh,
It-
I gotta watch that.
It's really
Tiger
messy.
King is so good.
It's
Tiger King is so good.
I'm getting
It's like
mixed like reviews from that. I've been
it's like crazy. There's no other way to put it. Like if you cannot sit down and like watch the show because things are happening every second, it's like the craziest show ever.
You go from like a bunch of people owning exotic animals to like murder case.
Murder plots and then like polyamorous like marriages.
Yeah,
It's like a lot
Yeah.
going on.
yeah.
Huh.
It's so
wild.
going
It's so
on.
I hear a lot of people binging it, and they're like, you'll sit down, you'll watch them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's another one called 100 Humans, which is like pretty much an experiment with like 100 people. That one's really cool. I have to say, the stuff they've been doing. So I've been like binging on movies. I'm trying to watch Parasite. I really want to see that one because a lot of people were saying how like good that movie is. So I really got to see it. And I'm trying. There's like another Netflix series that's very short. It's called Self-Made. That's a really good one. It has just that one. But yeah, it's like this is like the perfect time to like catch up on movies and series.
Especially this week coming up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, literally.
I heard Ozark was good. Ozark season 3 just came out, so I heard that was good. So I'm probably gonna binge that. So we'll see.
Yeah, because like now there's like a Netflix site that like you can like Netflix Party, I think it's called, like that, where you can watch with like a bunch of people at the same time.
Really, like this, and you just watch something together?
Yeah, so like you guys are all seeing like the same thing at the same time, so it's pretty cool. I forget what it's called though. I think it's like Netflix.
Oh, that's how they probably did it. They were watching Jane Silent Bob reboot movie together. A bunch of people from the movie.
Okay.
They were live like we are and watching it, and then they were talking about it afterwards.
Oh, okay, got it.
Over it too, like just they're watching all like 6 people were watching it at the same time, and then they were talking about it. Like, oh, remember this and doing this, so that's really cool. So you guys should do that. Like watch
Yeah.
at the same time, and then discuss and talk about it and post that. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome. This Netflix Party Tiger King. Just talk about it. Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty good. Who knows? It's something to do, right? Something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get to talk and see people. I mean, I haven't only seen my parents a little bit far away, or I've seen my nieces and nephews far away. My nephew was trying to run up to me the other day, and I was like, "Get away!"
You're like, no.
Before you go, he looked at me like, "What?"
Yeah, I was actually going on like a walk. I think it was last week, and it was the funniest thing because like I was just seeing a couple of friends, but they were across the street and were like 6 feet. Don't come near me. Hello, how are you? Stay on that side of the street. And it's so funny because like it's like I don't think it's sunk yet, like how crazy the situation is, but like we're going through something that's gonna be like the history books. So like when I'm there, like I could be like, if my kid was like, "Yo, I can't believe I read this about this," and I'm like, "No, the history books got it wrong. This is what happened." Like it's pretty crazy stuff. So
you guys lived through something crazy like this. Like I don't know, how old were you? Were you around during 9/11?
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. I could picture everything in my head like that happened that day. I will never forget every moment of that day. I can't forget it. So you'll probably, well, now these are a lot of days. Like it's going to be like, I don't know, like 80 days. So that's a lot, but you'll remember the events and stuff. But I remember even like big events, like my father saw JFK die live on television. So like things like that, like he never forgets that day. So, you know, all these events that happen at that moment, you guys, when you're older, you tell people and they'll be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, 2020 has been an interesting year. Like I feel like each month something crazy happened, and it's like getting progressively worse and worse each month. So I'm hoping that aliens won't be like level 4. Like I'm really hoping that there's like no death like boss at level at the end. Like that's really what I'm trying to.
Aliens. It will be aliens.
They started all coming to get us now. That's the next thing.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like some tweet like on Twitter that was like, all right, alien invasions, April. That's what we're expecting. I was like, all right. So we'll see what happens.
Max is saying stuff on. I guess I haven't looked at the chat, but he's saying a lot of stuff on the chat.
Oh, I know.
Stone is gonna blow.
Oh, not
all right.
So there is supposed to be 7 to 9 hurricanes that are gonna hit us hurricane season.
It's
So
supposed to be a very big hurricane season coming up. So that's.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
yeah.
When this is all over and you want to go travel down to Florida, go to Disney World, yeah.
Originally, I was thinking about continuing my education in Florida and moving there, and now it's like, well, I don't think so.
Have you decided, or you don't know?
I haven't decided yet, but it's most likely going to be Florida, so that's why I'm like, well, yes, Yazemin versus Hurricane, Max. Thank you. That is definitely
I'm back.
We saw you just writing on the wall there.
What?
Yeah.
You were writing on the wall.
Yep.
A lot of writing on the wall there. I didn't even look over till now, and I'm like seeing you saying Yellowstone's gonna blow.
Worse and worse. January, that was like when the whole World War III was happening. That whole shebang. February, whatchamacallit, Australia just caught on fire.
That's true.
March, a pandemic broke out. April is going to be Yellowstone's going to blow up, and then December there's going to be a final boss.
There was a lot of tornadoes. That was
100% aliens.
Yeah.
a lot of tornadoes were happening.
that has been like, it hasn't blown up in years, and it should have like hundreds of years ago, and now it's just kind of excelling more and more heat over time, and it's gonna blow up. I'm ready.
So my anxiety is.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
Tornadoes gonna go off.
Yo, Max is gonna be waiting for the guy. So when's it gonna happen? I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
Build an underground bunker.
Yeah.
20 years from now, you're gonna be like, I survived 2020.
I like how like 2019 New Year's Eve, everyone's like, yeah, 2020 is gonna be the year. Let's bring back the Roaring Twenties, and then it's like, oh, here's what's happening.
Stories about how I lived through this terrible world-threatening pandemic, and they're gonna be like, "What'd you do the whole time, Grandpa?" I'm gonna be like, "I played Minecraft."
I edited. I hung out in my room.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing this new game that came out. That's Animal Crossing. It's like on Twitch and stuff like that.
I want that so bad.
And I'm like, oh, it stinks. But everyone's like playing that either Minecraft,
Doom
Animal
Eternal.
Crossing, everything, like everything you could think of. So it's been an eventful quarantine.
Other than just sitting here and watching films, doing that, have you guys like thought of anything else that you want to pick up? Like, you have your guitar behind you. Would you like learn guitar, learn a different language, do whatever?
Well,
Do you have anything that we want to try while we have all this time?
Yes. Like I said, I finally got the guitar tuned, and I am trying to learn how to play it. All right, Joshua, flexing on me like that.
You just start playing.
Yeah, we'll just have like a nice.
I got like a little bit like a band, like get up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been trying to learn guitar. I'm getting more into like yoga. I'm trying to learn yoga, like meditate, and then like exercise. So healthy, look inside.
There's no gyms
What do you
anymore.
guys
go to the
do?
gym, so if you have
I've been picking up on drawing again, so I've been doing some more artistic stuff,
That's awesome.
playing a little guitar, etc., etc.
Video games.
Yeah, video games, a lot of video games.
Yeah, I agree.
I was playing Siege. Now I'm not.
yeah, you're playing video games, but you're also editing, you're being creative, and that's a good thing. It's just to keep your mind going.
I'm creatively playing video games.
Josh, what about you writing music, your own music, and creating your own?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that actually. I've just kind of been just playing and learning more. So
I know a bunch of actors that have been out there. There was one who sent the video for us all. She is a singer now. She was on the Thundermans, and now she's home and she's creating like an album right now. So she's
that's cool.
Maybe a special guest, real quick.
What's that?
I have a special guest on the phone. You know,
Hello,
Sophia.
Sophia.
No, don't follow her on Instagram. No, she's not.
All in an effort of self-promotion.
She does a lot of films, and she has a lot of ideas, and apparently she's going to be interviewing people about what's going on and everything like that. We'll probably put a news together if we can.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
She did a driving film.
well, anything else from anybody? Anything want to say? Anything out there? People are watching. It's again, we have scrolling below. We have the advisory club playing at 25 minutes in on our film festival, and then you can scroll down, or right below it, you click on the link there, and you can vote for any of the actors, filmmakers, editors. There's a whole thing. There is a lot of votes right now, but the cool thing is it's already tallied, so I don't have to sit there and count. So like,
Votes the voices have.
like Max is director for this, and Gaz is director for this. So like hand in hand, like it tells you like it's right there.
I'm watching you.
Right?
Have a real fight scene.
Black off screen. Wait, no, it's not this way. Wait, that's not true.
No, I've had a lot of great feedback in the world of entertainment from a lot of celebrities that have watched your films, and they really like the Advisory Club and Voices and Hunted. Those are
Yeah, I did.
yeah. So they're really into them. They really like them, and again, I've been sending it out to people that I know, and they've been sending it to people. So there's almost 300 views already, and there are like a lot of famous people that are watching your stuff that are like, pass this along, watch this, check this out.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah. Advisory Club, like when it comes to like my YouTube channel, like so far it's the one with like the most views. Like you said, it's almost like I think it's almost at 400 views if I'm correct. So
She's got clout.
that's definitely the most that's definitely the most popular film like on my channel, and it's because of like I said, it's because of the cast. Like if it wasn't for the cast, like it wouldn't be what it is. So.
If I could get one person to actually watch your films or actually come and say hello, anybody out there, filmmaker, director, actor, anything.
There's this one director named Yazemin Yilmaz.
Oh, I know her.
Oh yeah, she'd be pretty
They're
cool.
doing videos for people.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. Imagine.
Jasmine, is there anybody that you would like to like talk to about your film, or if they said something, or like any famous person anywhere? Like doesn't matter who.
Chris Pratt.
I honestly
Definitely.
have no idea. I really don't know. Like there's a lot of like talented like even like actors and actresses and then directors. So I don't know. I really have no idea.
Chris
For
Pratt.
that, I don't know.
Max is saying Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
We should all meet Chris Pratt.
oh my god, if we did, that'd been amazing.
World guy.
But like, if I could like make a movie and then like get an actress for a movie, it would definitely be like Octavia Spencer, because like she's a really good actress. So like that would be my like once I'm adult, like
Good to work with her.
Dwayne Johnson.
if I can make it big, big time. Yeah, oh my god, that would be crazy.
Well, Josh, what about you? Would you like to have a message from a certain person, or even work with a particular person?
That is a good question. Honestly, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt in the chat.
Would you love, Max? Would you like to direct Chris Pratt in something someday?
I would love to meet Chris Pratt.
That would be pretty sweet.
Or Colin Trevorrow, or anybody in any Marvel movie ever. That would work out too.
No. What about you, Julia?
Anyone in Stranger Things, really. They're all great.
Dude,
We're supposed to have Stranger Things con coming around, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. It's supposed to be in June. With the cast coming here to New Jersey. So I don't know what will happen now, but yeah. What about you, Allie? Anybody?
I don't know. Probably like my favorite movie ever is La La Land, because I love like everything about it, from like the soundtrack to just like everything. So anybody from there, or like Justin Hurwitz, or
I want to meet the shark from Jaws.
Yeah.
But I don't even think they have that around. They had pieces of it, I know, recently.
I want to meet the tail fin of Jaws.
Got to go to New York.
Do Shake the Flipper.
Let's see if Ming is there. He's been listening all the time. I wonder if he has any questions.
Oh, yeah.
Come back, say hello before we're out of here.
For everything.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Hello.
I always ask this of every filmmaker. What was the most challenging part of making the Advisory Club, and what was the funnest part?
I will say the challenges part, and Julia was there to witness it, was getting the cast together. Because like she explained before, was I wrote the script in November. I had it done late November, and I actually had a cast. And it was like planning. I think the hardest thing was planning a day for everything to everyone is ready and work out. We weren't able to have that happen. So that's why I ended up doing like an actual casting this time. And that's how I was able to experience the actual casting. So definitely being able to plan a shooting day was a difficult situation. But after actually casting and being able to get a crew that was willing to like take their time and come up with a day to work, that was awesome. And then definitely the best part of filming Advisory Club was the main shoot day and the fighting scene day, because it was just such a huge crowd of people. It was a lot of people that we're working with. And the energy was great. Like it was such upbeat energy, and everyone was getting along and bonding. So definitely the shooting days were like the best part.
That was a last-second decision.
Yeah.
You worked on it, but what about you? Have other films too that you've acted and directed in? So
Yeah. So when it comes to Beyond Dreamers, I will say that the best part of Beyond Dreamers was being able to like share their story. I will say the hardest part was translating because I want to make sure that my translations were correct. For Music is Powerful, the best part was seeing it all come together, get the music permission. Hardest part was trying to find that footage because that originally wasn't footage I was using to plan. Pieces of Mosaic, Julia was part of that project as well. That was a really fun project. That was my first time working with actually like a crew. That definitely, like I said, one of the hardest parts was getting the group together, finding a day to film, but that went well. And then the best part, obviously, like I said again, it's like being able to work together and working as a crew. Like we were there, Cullen, you remember, we were there like from, I think it was like really late at night. And then one time we had a second shoot, was like early in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was fun. And like when we ordered pizza and we were just hanging out afterwards after the day was over. So, and then my other film was I Do Reality, and
Yeah.
that was an interesting one. I will say that the hardest thing with that one was trying to figure out this like the shots, what kind of shots I wanted to, because I wanted to make sure the shots were meaningful. And then the best part was seeing it all come together. Definitely that. So it was my first like real thriller. So that was fun.
yeah, and that's playing out there too. Was just in a few festivals.
Yeah.
Josh, what about you with Mig's question? What was the most challenging part, and what was the most fun part?
Most fun part was definitely trying to put my costume together because I just grabbed a bunch of stuff and it was just really funny. It was very interesting with the costumes. The most challenging part, probably trying to recite the same lines that I was given because I literally it was going through one ear and out the other for me.
You're on a real movie set and you're doing the scene for the day. You have something called side, and it's everything you're shooting, and it has your words. If you forget your lines, it's in your back pocket. So if you ever look, sometimes people's back pockets in the films, you might see that they have paper in the back pocket, and that's their sides.
Oh.
So if they forget a line, they pull it right out and they just read it and remember it, put it back in again. So it's a cheat sheet, but every single actor has it on set every day, all the time. But Ali, what about you? What was your most challenging part and fun part?
I think the most challenging part was probably probably just like the acting in general, because again, like I don't usually act, so trying to really show like emotion and stuff in like ways that I wasn't typically used to. But like Yazemin was really great, and the rest of the cast was really great with like helping out with that and being like super welcoming. So I think that was the best part. Like even though I didn't know some of the people in the cast, like everybody was very welcoming and just kind of helped each other out, and it was just really fun. So,
Mac, you already kind of answered that one.
What?
Did you answered that already? Kind of the question.
I mean, the most fun part was definitely all the behind-the-scenes moments.
Yeah.
Because of all the inside jokes that the cast now has that make no sense. Like it's all Gen Z humor.
Yeah, period.
So weird. But the hardest part of filming was definitely trying not to laugh during most of it. Especially when we had little tiny Beth slamming her face.
Yeah.
She told me that she had to get she was wearing not a brace, but like I don't know. It's like not a cast. I think it was a mask. Because she slammed her like wrist so hard on the table, she ended up wearing like one. And I was like, "Oh my God, Bethany, you should let me know." So.
What about you, Julia? What was the most challenging, and then what was the most fun?
The most challenging for me was the laughing thing too, because like it's sometimes I laugh when like I'm like exposed like that, like the camera is right in my face, and I'm like I can't keep it together right now, but the most fun thing was being able to act again, because in theater, I've been doing more like backstage work, and I haven't really acted since middle school, really. So it was fun getting to do a new big project like that.
And we have other people waiting, right, Thing? Still,
Oh no, she left. I think.
she left.
Yeah, Norma left.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guess that's pretty much that's our hour, guys. So Ming's got another show that he's going to be doing. Coming on, it was great. You know, we were live on here now, and then I'm going to put it through and then put it all on like Twitter and kind of so like tomorrow will be available for all the students to see on our YouTube page and things like that.
Sweet.
Epic.
And, you know, good luck with everything. Have a good break, and maybe do another one or see you guys
Slowly going in.
back. If we get back to school, we'll do another film.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And complete the ones I'm working on.
Yeah.
Very well
This
back.
is true.
In the meantime, we have festivals coming up. I'll let you guys know, especially for this movie. They are still accepting and still out there, so we'll see. What do you guys think? It's like Brady Bunch right now, right? Like,
I'm so tripped up by his left or right camera. Flags down. Anyway,
guys, thanks a lot. I will see you, and good luck with everything, and get your quarterlies done. So then,
No, I'll never do it.
Never, ever, ever.
all right.